Hey guys, and welcome back to my 7 days of Christmas videos. Today is a tutorial, so I'm very excited about it. I'm going to be doing an eye look because as you can see I already have my skin on. I just did it really quickly there and I'm going to be focusing on like a Christmas party eye. I'm going to be using the Huda Beauty palette. I've been talking about doing a video about this for so long, so I'm so glad to finally be doing one. I've been using this non-stop for like the last month or so. It's amazing and would be amazing for like a Christmas present or Christmassy nights out or anything like that. So yeah, I'm excited to show you how I use this, and I'm going to be using all Powder Pout brushes because I'm collaborating with them on this video, so I'm very excited to show you the ones I've been loving. I've been using them for like, I'd say about 3 months now, and I'm really enjoying using them. They first sent me brushes back like during the summer and I was using them non-stop, so Ashling actually got in touch with me and we decided to do some videos together. So yeah, I'm very excited to show you those brushes also. So without further ado, let's just get right into it. Okay, I just zoomed you in so you're able to see everything nice and clearly. I'm going to quickly show you the colours and the palette. How beautiful are they, guys? When I saw this, I just had to have it. Like, I'm obsessed with warm colours and all these shimmery tones and these nice oranges. So yeah, it's just my perfect palette basically. The only thing I think it's missing is like a really dark black, but you just kind of have to build up this one here. This one's called Oud, I think. But other than that, I'm obsessed with this palette. So yeah, let's get right into it. First colour I'm going to go in with is this kind of peachy tone here. It's called Eden. It's like a nice pinky orangey peach. I just think this is a lovely transition tone to start with when you're doing a warm eye. And I'm going to be using the Powder Pout P245 brush, which is just a fluffy blending brush for all the world. Also, I just wanted to tell you that I've already set my eyelids with this concealer, the Tarte concealer. This is called the Shape Tape and it is in Fair. So I just set the whole eyelids with that. I haven't put any powder or anything because I don't think they need them. And I'm just going to blend that right into the crease. Not being too careful with it. This is just going to be our kind of background colour, for instance. Such a beautiful colour. And this is the perfect brush for doing this kind of motion. Just disperses the product really, really nicely. As you can see, that's just leaving like a nice pinky peachy tone on the eye. And again, on this eye, just the exact same thing. You do not have to be careful with this step at all. This is the fun step. And you can build that up as much as you like. I think I'm pretty happy with that colour now. Just gonna make sure it's all blended out perfectly. And the reason I do this colour first in this kind of motion, I'm not sure if I've said this before, but it's so that the other colours will blend out nicely on top of it. So you're always best to kind of start with some sort of a transition colour, whether it be just a light brown or a pink or an orange. It doesn't have to be a fun colour like this. It can just be like a very plain kind of beigey colour or brown, as I said. But I just think it's best to start with something instead of just going in straight with a dark colour because that's harder to blend. Okay, moving on. The next colour I'm going to go in with then is this one here called Amber. A darker warm brown. A little hint of orange to it as well. So yeah, I'm going to go in with that. And I'm going to be using the Powder Pout P310, which is similar to the last brush, but it doesn't have the white bristles on top and it's a little bit more dim. So this is better for packing in product in like the crease and areas like that. And you know what I love about this brush is that even though it packs in the product for me, it's still a great brush for blending. So you can pack it in and then you can blend it out at the same time, which is just great. I think the less brushes you can use for a look, the better. So to be able to have like 2 functions with one brush is great. So I'm just going to keep packing that into the crease and blending as I go. Don't worry if you make a mistake here because you can go back in with your other brush and blend it out after. Like so. So I've gone a bit too far out here now, so I'm just going to get my first brush and I'm going to blend that because this is a little bit more fluffy. You see the way that just kind of tones it down a bit. It's a good trick if you're ever making a mistake like that. There we go. I'm going to just pack in a little bit more and then we'll go on to the next eye. Isn't that colour just beautiful? It's like such a lovely warm reddy brown, which are my favourite kind of browns to work with. And I'm just going to do the exact same thing then with the other eye. Packing it into the crease and blending it out. And don't forget to blend it up into the crease. You don't want it to kind of stop here. You want to make sure that it's nice and blended and that things are kind of falling into each other rather than just like a blunt line. So always make sure to bring it up a little bit higher than you might think you need to. I make that mistake sometimes. And then you can always go in with your other brush again and make sure that it's like not messy looking. Okay, now that that's all blended out and looking a bit wild, I'm going to go in with a darker colour into the crease. This dark brown here called Owl, the one I mentioned before. And I'm just going to pack that into the very, very corner of my crease, just to give it a bit of a depth. And I'm using the Powder Pout P325 for this, which is just a very small dense brush. This is really, really good for packing product into the very, very corner. And this will just give it that nice smoky effect. And if you want, you can bring that along the lash line. You see how that just adds a little bit of depth. And now I'm going to get the other brush I used for the second colour, the shorter blending brush, and I'm just going to blend that a little bit so it's not harsh. And again with the other eye, same thing again, packing that product into the corner. And then getting your other brush and blending. Just love the depth that adds to the eye. Makes it really kind of smoky and sultry, and it's just lovely. And while I'm using that brush and that colour, I'm also going to bring that down below the eye to just balance things out. A really good size brush for under the eye as well. Okay, I'm pretty happy with how that's looking. I'm not going to make it too dark because I don't want it to be too dramatic with all the pink and things going on already. But now I'm going to go in with a glittery colour. I was going to cut my crease, but I think I'm going to keep it a little bit more subtle, and I'm just going to like apply the product on to the bits that I haven't done any eyeshadow with yet. So in order to have some bit of structure, I'm going to use an angled brush. This is the Powder Pout P410. So yeah, highly recommend this one. This is like a multi-purpose brush. You could do loads of different things with this. And I'm going to wet this one with Fix Plus spray. I always do this whenever I'm using like any kind of a glittery product. It just makes the product so much more intense and really gives you like a true colour. So I'm going to be going in with a mixture of two, I think. I really like this one and I really like this one. So I think I'm going to mix these two and hope for the best. So first I'll go in with Angelic, this kind of pinkier one down here. And I'm just going to apply that straight on to everywhere I haven't put product already. And the fact that this is kind of tapered and angled, you can really kind of cut it around, if you see what I mean, so that you still get that kind of cut crease look, but you don't have to go to all that effort. And this colour is divine. So I'm going to put a bit of the gold over that now. This one here called Nefertiti? Oh my god, I don't know how to pronounce that, but I think what I just said is bad anyway. Nefertiti, I'm going to say. I'm going to put a bit of that over it, just so that it's not too pink. Okay, one eye done. I'm going to do the same thing on the other eye. And it's all about packing on that product to get a really nice shimmery look. Nobody wants a lazy shimmer. I love that. So nice. Okay, and I'm back in with my first brush again, the P245, and I'm going to go in with my very first colour again, this one Eden. I'm just going to blend right above the shimmery colour, just to add a little bit of something something. So there's no harshness. Again on this side. And this just takes away the harsh edges. It'll still look cut, but it'll just have a little bit of colour above it. And I'm also blending any other areas that I think might need a bit of help. And to finish off the look then, guys, I'm going to go back in with the second brush I used, the P310. And I'm going to go back in with this darker colour here again, Oud, and just go over the corners slightly to just darken them up once again. I'm also going to use this brush as well to pick up a bit of the first shade, Eden, and just blend that underneath the eye. Just to blend out the darker colour that I had put on earlier. You never ever want a harsh under eye. And this will just match up everything again and even things out. And I think we're done. And I'm quite happy with that. It's just a very kind of simple pinky, purpley, browny eye. With shimmer, I used 5 colours in total and 4 brushes. So maybe that sounds a bit crazy to some of you, but it's actually very doable. It's all in this palette here, and the 4 brushes are multi-purpose brushes. You could use them for loads of different looks and loads of different things, as I mentioned. So yeah, it isn't the most complicated look, definitely, and I definitely think you'll be able to recreate it for Christmas, or, you know, recreate a similar look with different colours. So yeah, now I'm going to in with some eyeliner to finish things off. I'm going to be using the Kat Von D tattoo liner. I just got this the other day and I'm obsessed with it. So I'm just going to go right in with that. And just trace out my wing first. As you can see, I have a whole tutorial on doing eyeliner already, so I'll definitely link that below for you. But I'll just show you quickly how I do it here. And then just join that up, fit in the gap. And that's the wing done. And then I just go into the inner corner here and do a light kind of thin line. And then just join all them up. This eyeliner honestly makes it so easy. It's really good. It's really liquidy, really dark. The perfect eyeliner. And there you go, that's the wing on that side. I'll just do this other one quickly now. Okay, now that the liner is done, I'm going to finish the look off with just some mascara. I already have a little bit on from earlier, but I'm just going to put a little bit more on. I'm going to be using the Lash Paradise from L'Oreal. This mascara has been my holy grail now for the last few months, maybe 3 months. It's honestly the best mascara I've used in a while. It really competes with the Too Faced Better Than Sex for me. It's just brilliant, and it's very like it actually, the packaging, which is kind of weird, but anyway, very good and very affordable, so I would highly recommend that. I'll link it below for you to look at. And I'm just going to curl my lashes as well, just to give them a bit of extra oomph since I'm not doing any false lashes. So straight in with the curler. I don't use a curler enough, but every time I do use it then I'm like, I need to use that more. But I find when you already have a layer of mascara on, you sometimes need to, because it's kind of harder to get them to lift. See how good this is? Like, can you cope? I don't have good lashes, like I really don't. And this literally gives me life. Gives my lashes life. A little on the bottom. Sorry now about the faces I'm pulling. We're done, guys. I'm going to zoom in a little bit more now so you can see it really close up. Hope that you enjoyed this tutorial and picked up some tips and tricks as always, and I hope that you recreate this over the Christmas period. And if you do, please tag me or even hashtag Kaelin 7 days of Christmas. I would love to see your looks. I'll link everything I used as well below so that you can see everything you need to recreate it. But in the meantime, don't forget to give the video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and be sure to subscribe to my channel if you'd like to see the rest of my 7 days of Christmas videos, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!